there are about 140 brothels in this town at last count. The girls primarily hail from Laos and Myanmar, various other regions in that area, and they're enslaved there. Quite frequently, they're sold by their families into the child brothel. And we took a film crew last time we were there, and we were doing an interview of one of the girls who was actively enslaved in the brothel. And the question was posed to her, did you know at the time that your mother sold you to the brothel what you would be doing when you got here? And much to our surprise, she said, yes, I absolutely knew the nature of the work before I came. And you could have heard a pin drop. We just all went completely silent. And she was crying. And then she opened her mouth to speak again. And she said, but I'm not unhappy. And we all said, what? And she said, as she's smiling and crying, she said, I'm not unhappy because all 5 of my brothers and sisters have food on the table and they're going to school, and so does my mother. And so if you had asked me before that day, is it wrong to sell a child to a brothel? I would have had but one answer for you, as most of the people who are probably listening to this would have that same answer. Of course it's wrong to sell a child to a brothel. But the question becomes, right, after you've heard the story, is it any more or less wrong to not sell one of your children to a brothel and watch all of them starve? And the fact of the matter is that if those are truly your only 2 choices, there is no good choice on the table. And so one of the things that we do now is we bring initiatives back into these impoverished regions where we give them microfinance opportunities. We teach them job skills. We teach them how to make baskets and jewelry if they don't already know how. And we get those goods sold on foreign markets and the money routed back into the villages so that a mother who has 5 children and no husband and no way to feed her children now has a third survival type option on the table that doesn't involve children dying or selling one to a brothel. And the fact of the matter is that that is a very important piece of the work, because in this area, more than any other, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Far better to stop the child before she's traded to the brothel than rescue her after she's in it. But it's a lot of work. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. This is a $150 billion a year industry. It is the fastest growing crime on the earth, and it's currently the #2 criminal economy on this planet. And so we need help doing this. And we need people to come alongside us and forward this ball down the field with us.